What's going on, Assassins? It's Darkshot of the YouTube Assassin, and boy, do I have a doozy for you guys. Don't know how you're going to feel about this one, but we're going to get into it. So, a game codenamed Rift, originally planned as an expansion for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, may actually end up becoming its own standalone game, starring none other than Basim himself. So, what was going on? Like I told you, it was supposed to be another expansion. So, past Dawn of Ragnarok, we were also supposed to have a secondary expansion. So, just think of that right now. Another $40 we would have had to shell out for a second expansion because it is not a DLC. Now, on the video that I spoke earlier today, I literally said I have a feeling that we're not going to see any more DLCs put into season passes, that I believe it was going to be expansions, and here they are proving me right. So, they're changing this from a expansion pack to a full game, and it's supposed to be planned for later this year or 2023. And the reason behind it is because in order to get to Assassin's Creed Unity, or Assassin's Creed Infinity, actually, it's going to take some time. So what are we going to do in between then? We're going to get bored. They're going to lose a lot. That's going to be like, what, 3 years, 4 years before we see Infinity? And they had nothing planned. So what they're going to do is they're going to take this Basim game or this Basim expansion pack and make it a standalone game. All right? Think the Black Flag, think Assassin's Creed Part 4, and how they made the game with Adewale. It was a standalone. It was actually an expansion itself, a DLC, but you played as Adewale rather than Edward Kenway. That's basically what they're going to do, but it's going to be, I guess, something totally different. Now, I don't know if it's going to use the same resources, if it's going to be like a separate area, if it's going to be something that, you're going to have to go out and pay $60 for, $40 for. We don't have those numbers yet. All we do know is that it's codenamed Rift, like I said. All right, it's supposed to be morphed into a full game. It's going to star Basim. Okay, I don't know if it's going to deal with the present day or just the past, the time that he was with Eivor. Don't know if Eivor is going to make an appearance or anything like that in there. It's not going to be a massive open world RPG the way that this game is. So I guess it's going to be more along the lines of the old school kind of games. They're saying that this game is going to be focusing instead more on stealth gameplay. All right? So maybe stealth will be back. Maybe they're listening to what the fans actually want, which is stealth back. We want to feel like an assassin. And who better as an assassin than Basim? He's basically the only assassin here right now. It's probably going to take place still in the historical setting of England, or maybe another area, maybe another locale, another map. Maybe it was meant to be something a lot bigger and they just didn't add it there. But they have no brand new Assassin's Creed IPs coming out except for Infinity. So this is supposed to kind of, feed the machine until then. So that being said, I'm actually kind of curious, what are your feelings on Basim? Is Basim the bad guy? We know that he is the reincarnation of Loki. Loki, the bad guy. So, does that make Basim bad? Or is Basim totally different? Is he rehabilitated? What is his story? How do you see Basim? Do you see him as the villain? Do you see him as a villain? Spoiler alert, he was the big bad in the main campaign. And we know this. So, did we fight him because he was a product of his environment? He was a product of Odin. He realized that he was the reincarnation of Loki and kind of took it out on Eivor? Or was there more to it? Was he actually the victim because Odin basically planned ahead and plotted against Loki? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings on this? Because right now, I do see him as a fascinating character. I do see him as the only actual assassin that we've seen in the past two games. We got to give Bayek a pass because in Origins, he was the origin of the Brotherhood. Cassandra doesn't get a pass because Cassandra was not an assassin. She came way before Bayek. And then we go past that. Eivor isn't even an assassin. He's not even in the Brotherhood. At least not yet. Not that we know of so far. So Basim, obviously, he's a lot better than his sidekick there, Hatham, who got injured and just has an Assassin's Bureau in your settlement. Like, he can't count as an assassin. He's an assassin in name, but he's out of commission because he had to be a jerk and attack Kotve. So that leaves Basim as our only assassin. Maybe it has to do with what he was doing behind the scenes with Sigurd when Eivor was handling everything in England, or maybe it's a complete different adventure. I don't know. We don't know what the locale is. I don't know if they're going to use the same resources, if we're just going to go out and pay another 60, 70 bucks for a brand new game and it's going to be the same exact thing, or if it's going to be like $40, $50 because it is a standalone. I have no idea what's going on past that. All I have right now is the information that I gave you, and it looks like Ubisoft is kind of keeping tight-lipped. But again, like I said, I want to know your opinion. What do you think of this? What do you think of Rift? Would you play a Basim game? Would you play a game where we're back to basics, where we're pretty much back to, from what I'm understanding from the article, we're pretty much back to kind of like the Ezio times where we had actual stealth and assassinations and we were really assassins? Would you play a game like that? It's not going to be RPG-like, according to what they're saying here, which tells me that it's kind of going to be, I think it's going to be like an old school game. But we'll see what happens. As it develops, I'll definitely give you guys more news. I'll give you guys the info as it comes in. But I just want to know your opinions. And also, I want to know your opinion. Are you willing to pay money for this game? For this kind of standalone? We know that Assassin's Creed Valhalla has a bunch of bugs and problems and whatnot, and it looks like Battlefield 2042 players are smarter than us, because 60,000 of them have petitioned for their money back for the game. That's something that we should be doing with Valhalla, honestly, in my humble opinion. But that's another video. Again, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure you like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. Make sure you ring that bell so you never miss any other news that comes in. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, take care, be good, stay safe, take care of each other. See you guys all in the next one. And we're definitely ending this one on a yayi.
Yayi!